It has been said that in Twilight Struggle, you need to know the cards well in order to play well. Well, we're going to take you through every card one by one, and we're going to help you become a master at Twilight Struggle. This is Legendary Tactics. Because of my first name, this is a card that I have a certain affinity for. The NATO event is hardly one to worry about, or is it? Let's learn how each side can best use this card. The NATO card is a 4-op American event that requires either the Marshall Plan or the Warsaw Pact event to have been played before this event can be triggered. The event itself prevents Soviets' coup and realignment roles in US-controlled countries in Europe, effectively duplicating the DEFCON restrictions that normally apply to Europe, but at any DEFCON level. This event also prevents the Brush War event from being played on any US-controlled countries in Europe. It's also useful to note that this event improves the effectiveness of the Special Relationship card as well. And keep in mind that the event card De Gaulle leads France cancels this effect in France, and Willy Brandt cancels it for West Germany, although realistically this does not have much effect on gameplay. For the USSR, this event is a pretty mild one. DEFCON is rarely at 5, which would allow the coups and realignments to take place. But obviously, you want to play it before Marshall Plan or Warsaw Pact comes out if possible. But even if the event triggers, this is basically 4 operations points at minimal cost. Obviously, if you have this card in hand and Marshall Plan or Warsaw Pact have already been triggered, you will want to play this after Brush War, if Italy is a potential target or if you have Special Relationship in hand. For the US player, although there are some people online that charitably call this event nuanced, this is a pretty terrible event overall, and you will find yourself playing it for ops 99.9% of the time. This event is more useful in preventing realignments in Europe than coups, to which countries like West Germany and potentially France are much more vulnerable. The only country vulnerable to coups in Europe is Italy, and preventing coups there is also mildly useful. Preventing a brush war in Italy is a nice side effect, but hardly worth giving up 4 ops for. It is much more useful for you to control neighboring countries like Spain, Portugal, or Greece, or France, not only to gain or prevent European domination, but also to make the odds of a brush war so long that the Soviets will look to targets other than Italy. The boost to the Special Relationship event card is also nice, but again, not worth giving up those ops for. Better to have the Soviet player give you this effect as at least a small price to pay for getting those 4 operations points. Some people say that if you can, play Marshall Plan or Warsaw Pact as early as possible, so then at least NATO will trigger when the Soviets play it, and that means you at least get something out of it. I think this is a card that is generally worth keeping in the deck if possible, because you don't get too many American early war 4-ops cards, so don't rush to get it to leave play. If given the choice, if the cards were in hand, I would play this card first, then Marshall Plan or Warsaw Pact, and I will always take it for ops. So in summary, for both sides, this is a safe card to play for ops almost all of the time. It's not a totally useless event, but the event is not one that either side really needs to worry about too much. Take the 4 ops and use them wisely. This is our analysis of the NATO event card with Twilight Struggle. I am NATO, and this is Legendary Tactics. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.